Michelle had the luxury of being somebody that wasn't seen as a threat that people would like to take to the end. And I think she used that to her advantage. You know, she knew that she wasn't somebody people were gunning for. And so her approach, I think, was to just get by. And she did. She got by. And so if she gets to the end, then she did that well. She won some immunities. I think there's people that will vote for Michelle. I think she's made some friends, you know, and I think more than that, she's not made as many enemies as other people. So I think the best thing Michelle can do is just own what happened to her out here and try to narrate her experience as somebody that didn't have any control in the game and yet fought, tried to not be the vote. I mean, maybe she plays the, you know, more of the Sandra card. Like, I just wanted to get to the end. You know, Tony for me was the most surprising person out here. Like, he was somebody coming out here I was not excited to meet. I did not want to play with. I just thought he was going to embody chaos and just be this like crazy person. And he was in a lot of ways, but it was more likable than I thought it was going to be. And I ended up with Tony from day one at DeCall. We were together at the swap. We were together at the merge. You know, I spent as much time with Tony as I did anyone out here. I spent more time with Tony than anyone out here. And we developed a relationship, and it was genuine and it was good. And yet he totally screwed me over and voted me out and lied to me. But I didn't ever feel like he did it in a way that made me feel slimy. Like, I always kind of knew it was coming, and I think he played his ass off. Like, he never quit, he never relaxed, he never tried to be safe. You know, I mean, he really went for it. And in a season like that, that's impressive, you know? Not only to get to the end with this group of people and a target on your back, it's not like he was some underdog story that, you know, nobody expected, to never get your name written down. And, you know, to win all these immunities, to play double agent, you know, I mean, it's just, he played a really great game in a very, very tough season. So I think he has, you know, a good shot at winning. I think what I'd like to hear from Tony tonight is a story that's equally compelling as what I feel like I've watched unfold in front of me. You know, I think those two things need to match. Like, the gameplay's been there, you know, the winning, the storytelling, the blind sides. Like, he's technically played the game, and I just need to hear, you know, that it was really there, that the wizard was really behind the curtain, you know what I mean? And not that it was an accident or that Sarah set him up, but like affirmation that those two things line up. Going into this season, if you had asked me would I vote for the person that played the flawless game from the edge or the flawless game from the game, it was a no-brainer for me. It was the flawless game from the game. But I think you cannot help but be impressed with what Natalie has done. She went to the edge and she worked her tail off, and she found every clue, every advantage. She played them all perfectly. She had a huge impact on the game. She had this incredibly positive, optimistic, fun attitude. She stayed out there for 36 days, whatever it is, 34 days. And she developed great relationships with people. You know, she made real friendships and she connected with people, and she strategized to get back in. Honestly, to the point where I was like, I felt bad for her. Like, before the battle back, I was like, this is gonna be really hard. She's convinced herself she's gonna get back in the game. She's got this idol. She's planning, you know, to get to the end, and now she's doing it, you know? And so there's something very impressive about that. And I like Natalie. Like, I got to spend 5 days with her, and I think she's an incredible human being. And so that's where that likability factor comes in, you know? And it's tricky because I want to vote for the person I think played the best game, but I can't help but feel compelled by Natalie, by the person of Natalie. So, you know, I think she's done everything she needed to do. You know, if there was a flawless game from the edge, she's played it. It's really hard to not consider her a viable option for the win, because this is our season. Like it or not, the edge is part of the rules, you know, and you can't ignore that. So these were the parameters that Jeff gave us to play by this season, and she's played well within those parameters. And, you know, I think she has a really good shot at winning. You know, I think that's the question. Can someone play the perfect game from the edge and then come in and win against somebody that's played a very good game within the game and never been voted out? For me personally, I'm very much in conflict within myself about that question.
I think more than anybody else, As a jury member, I have to be the most open-minded out of anybody out there. I really have to be willing to listen to their answers and be open to what they're telling me, because I have spent the least amount of time with these people than anybody else, besides Natalie, of course. I spent a lot of time with Natalie. Natalie has a lot to prove. She has such an amazing story. The fact of being voted out first and then getting back into the game and becoming part of the final 3 is remarkable. She should be extremely proud of herself. I'm proud of her. But I don't know if she can still earn my vote as winner of Winners at War, because I'm not sure if, even though I spent so much time on the edge of extinction, I'm not so sure that the person who came from the edge should be the winner of Winners at War. I almost feel like she's the winner of the edge, for sure, you know? And if there was a trophy for that, she's earned it and she deserves it. But I don't know if I feel that the title and the person who needs to represent this season is her. And also, I feel like there are other people who are in the end with her who I definitely want to hear from and earn my respect. Tony, for example. I only got to know him over 2 days, but I enjoyed my time with him. He earned my respect in that very short period of time. He made it the whole way through this game, never had a vote cast against him, won many immunity challenges, and rumor has it, from all the people that I've talked to, seemed to be in control of the game. And that sounds like a winner to me. That seems like somebody who's deserving of the title. But I want to hear the facts. I've heard all the rumors and the opinions of all the people who played with him, but I want to hear it straight from his mouth and not from everybody else's mouth. Because that's all I've had to work with so far, is just everything from everybody else's mouth, and I want to hear it straight from his. Michelle is very unique to me in the fact that I've never spoken one word to her. I've never even said hello, introduced myself, nothing. So that is a hard spot to be in, and I'm sure she feels the same way about me. She's probably assuming that I would never vote for her just based on the fact that I don't know her at all. However, she has earned my respect. I feel like she's been on her own for a very long time in this game, and the fact that she's made it to where she's made it, not by necessarily being carried, I feel like she's fought hard. She's won immunities. She's, I feel, used some of her skills to convince people that other people need to go before her, and you know, she's definitely earned my respect. I think she's worked hard to be there. However, I don't think she's had complete control the entire time, and I feel the winner really has to have more control of their journey, and I don't think she's been in control of her journey the entire time. There's not one characteristic that sums up a great Survivor player, that's for sure. We are all very different people. The winners are a wide range of, you know, men and women, old and young, conservative, spontaneous, a planner. You know, you can't label a Survivor winner. We're all very different people. Really the only thing that we have in common is the fact that we've all won. And we get to be a part of a very cool group, that's for sure. I'm very excited to be in that that club, I guess you would say. I feel honored to be a part of it, and I feel like we all bring a very unique quality to the title of a Survivor winner. I feel like we all have something in common though, and that is just the fact that we all appreciate everything we've gotten out of this game, and I feel like that's an appreciation that will never fade. We're all very excited to be a part of such an epic adventure show, family. There are so many people out there who would dream just to be a part of the show for one day. The fact that I've done the show 3 times now, my husband has been a part of the show 6 times now. Gosh, we're the 2 luckiest people in the world, and we're very aware of that. We're not taking that for granted.